Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I'm here actually to read to you some words that I received from Madame Audrey Azoulay, who is the Director General of UNESCO. Some of you may know she is presently on mission in Niger, and so this morning I was contacted by her cabinet and I was asked to tell you the following words. So if I may. We reaffirm UNESCO's solidarity with the people of Lebanon. A month after the first anniversary of the deadly blast that was not only led to a heavy loss of life, but devastated this emblematic city's heritage, its thriving culture, and many educational and cultural and media institutions. I traveled to Beirut a few days after the blast with my Assistant Director General for Culture and my Assistant Director General for Education, and with our team on the UNESCO office on the ground. On that occasion, we launched the Beirut initiative to mobilize funds for education, heritage, and culture. This has been a year of grieving for families and the nation, and I am conscious of how painful and raw the memories are still today. This is compounded by the severe economic crisis and shortage of vital public services. More than ever, we know that Lebanon and the Lebanese people need the international community. Our Beirut initiative is about rekindling hope so that students and teachers can safely return to their learning institutions, so that youth can take an active part in the rehabilitation of their city, so that people can reconnect with the cultural spaces and heritage that make up the fabric and the identity of this uniquely diverse and creative city. Over the past year, through our Beirut initiative, we have made headway through partnership and coordination. We are rehabilitating 95 schools with funding from Education Cannot Wait and the Education Above All Foundation, as well as on 3 university buildings, Université Libanaise, Université Américaine de Beyrouth, et Université Saint-Joseph de Beyrouth, and 20 technical and vocational schools. We are carrying out restoration work in 10 school libraries and 2 archive institutions. Our efforts cannot only be about brick and mortar. Everywhere, because of the pandemic, education systems are increasingly operating in hybrid mode for learning to continue. This is why we're intensifying efforts to support teachers acquire digital skills to better manage remote learning. We are reaching out to partners to support remote learning, access to technology devices, and the digitalizing of learning contents. Education, culture, and heritage hold our societies together. The city's vibrant soul, its cultural life, have been devastated. UNESCO is aware that more efforts and initiatives are needed to restore the cultural life of the city, and we are securing more funds to carry on these and other activities to further support the revival of the creative sector. In an effort to preserve the memory of space in the traditional districts, we have stabilized some 14 historical buildings at risk of collapse. To contribute to the restoration of the urban space and its heritage, we have documented its destruction and produced a 3D model of the devastated areas, Gemaez, Marc-Michel, and Carantina, while involving young Lebanese archaeologists and architects in the process. The 3D documentation shall guide the rehabilitation of urban cultural spaces and selected historic landmark buildings. UNESCO will continue to engage in education and the preservation of the city's heritage and the culture to restore Beirut's unique identity. We are convinced that education, culture, and heritage bind people together and make all the real foundations of society. And it is through the power of partnership, as we are seeing today by this event, of the different people and personalities that have come together today, that it's through the power of partnership that we will succeed in responding to this crisis and stand by the people of Lebanon to look forward to a brighter future. Thank you. Now, I would like to add a couple of my own words, if you allow me. I cannot but say thank you to Aitan for her great effort in putting all the pieces together for making this event happen. But from our side, I also have to say and would like to introduce one of the biggest fighters for today's events. She started 2 years ago. She contacted us. She asked for our support, which we gladly gave. COVID happened. Things got delayed, but she never gave up because that is her true nature. So let me introduce a friend and a colleague, Hedva Ser, UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for Cultural Diplomacy. So thank you.